Hello everyone, I'm recording my live session on the E-mini S&P 500 futures. The time frame is 2006 chart. Today we're definitely quite bearish. We started off with a spike up, break and new high, and you started reversing. This downtrend is quite strong. I don't really like the idea of having break and new low here already. This push down is quite strong. I think there has to be a follow-up. So for now, I'm currently expecting new low, but I would like if the uptrend completely plays out before resuming the downtrend. This push to new low is very strong. It already has retraced over the 60% mark. As you can see, it's really far from the 60% mark. So this push is extremely strong. This is not a pullback anymore, and I resume looking for new low of this downtrend. So a reversal pattern right now would be great. I could not take a failed second entry long now, because for failed second entry longs, you want something as soon as you go below the EMA. For example, first entry long failure, second entry long failure here. But when you make a major new low far from the EMA, you start expecting second entry short, and failed second entry long would only be a first entry short here, which would not be takeable. Look at how low this push is. This push is very low, almost the start of the uptrend. Even if we take the body here, it's still quite low. So having a push to new high, as we can see here, is quite sketchy. But I still expect new low for the downtrend. As you can see, if I zoom out here, this isn't a strong pullback for this big channel. If I draw my Fibonacci levels here, as you can see, it's only at midway of the 23% to 38% mark, so still not deep enough to forget about this new low, but it is definitely a bit sketchy. I'm gonna be watching how the EMA reacts here. If we get a break lower than failed second entry long, or if we hold, is gonna be very crucial for me right now. So we actually had break new high for the uptrend. All uptrends have played out, so expected reversal here. You have new high, first entry long failure, second entry long failure, perfect sell second entry long. It has a very small bullish body, but 90%, so much of its candle is a wick. So this is a nice reversal candle because the wick is very long. So this is a great fail second entry long, very high probability setup to test the new low of the downtrend. You have confirmation, which is all uptrends playing out, and a push below the EMA. So reversal setup is all you need here to take a short entry. But then we didn't get anything. We got start from setups, but yeah, now I can still think about new low for this channel too, because this push down is very strong. The stronger the secondary channel is, the more likely it needs new low. But I won't be taking a plain second entry short. That's a bit too early for a secondary channel, so I would like a lower high setup which confirms the second entry long. That would definitely be a better setup and a stronger one to take in this situation. There was a lower high setup here confirming the second entry short, uptrend is played out, push below this trend line, and you have lower high. So contextually it's great, but the only problem is you don't have enough time to scalp for these lows, so you could not take this. The key entry point is this trend line, which already has 3 bounces, so already confirmed. So it was a nice trade, but it formed too close to these lows, which is why I did not take it. I widened the trend line a bit because this push was already very strong. I was a bit skeptical here. Why is this push very strong? Should have stopped somewhere here and reversed. But because I was waiting for just a little more confirmation, and this push confirmed it. This downtrend is very strong. The pullbacks are not even to the EMA, and this channel is already confirmed, so I can follow it confidently. After breaking new low, we stayed in this area that was very choppy. There wasn't any clear trends. We weren't getting follow throughs. Price action rules were not getting respected. So quite choppy. You want to stay out from these types of market conditions. But we had new low, first entry short failure, second entry short failure, double trap at the key entry point, which is the EMA. Great reversal bar. I wouldn't say T1 because the wick is not long enough and it didn't close at its very low. So, but it's still a great bar, great signal bar, nice reversal bar combined with a strong setup, which is a double trap, two-legged pullback. Uptrend is already played out, so it would be a bit too wide. And so very nice trade. Unfortunately, I missed it. I was looking away, but it's quite a good trade. There's another nice second entry short. The problem is the signal bar is a bullish bar, so you cannot take it. Double bar entry didn't trigger, unfortunately. It pushed at the very end, but it didn't trigger. Downtrend kept moving lower and lower, so I have to widen the channel right now. I always try to do this on camera so you see the real process. As you can see, if I try to draw this one, it doesn't have much confirmations, only 2, so not good enough in my opinion. I always use the ray to test trend lines. This is not good, so I'm going to start it from the second drop. This is also not good. This looks very far from the key entry point from anywhere, to be honest, so it's going to be hard to find a channel that has a lot of confirmations. This one looks good, but it has a huge overshoot, so I didn't find anyone. When you don't find any good channel, you just start it from the top and ignore how many bounces it has. For now, it does have overshoots, so I expect stronger pullbacks in the opposite direction. I would not be taking second entry shorts immediately. I would need stronger confirmation because overshoots is an unnatural activity in the market. It can generate stronger pullbacks. We had this failed second entry long. As you can see, new high, first entry long failure, second entry long failure, second entry long failure. So failed second entry long, but the thing is, this uptrend doesn't have new high. You do have overshoots. The thing is, this uptrend doesn't have a new high. I would love if this had new high tested, then I would have been able to take this. It would have been a nice trade, but for now you don't have new high, and you would have gotten stopped out by this wick. And I can't re-enter. You can't say that this is a lower high because it's not lower than the previous high. It's not lower than the failed second entry long, so I can't take that. And also, this area is a bit too congested. It's turning into small range like this. This looks like it. You have this support here that you bounced off of 3 times already. I do want to get new high. For example, like a body all the way up here, the wick testing the new high, and then a reversal. First entry short failure, second entry short would be a nice setup, but it still hasn't formed now. We do have a second entry short here, but of course you can't sell below bull bar, and you still don't have new high. As you can see, we have a new high, first entry long failure, second entry long failure, but of course you cannot sell below this big tail. It looks like that the buyers are buying at the key entry point, that the buyers are stronger than the sellers here, because that's the candle closes exactly at the EMA, so you cannot take this. and of course the scalp was made here, so you cannot take double bar entry too. So now I would like a second entry short. A pretty nice second entry short has just formed. As you can see, new low, first entry short failure, second entry short. You still expect new low for a downtrend. The pullback doesn't look too deep. It only looks like two legs up, and you still haven't pulled back to the 60% mark. You're still only at the 38%, so you still expect new low for this downtrend. You're pretty close here, but you didn't fully reach new low, so market still probably wants to create new low. The only problem with this second entry short is that the signal bar is a doji, so that's why I didn't take it. But double bar entry is takeable. I think I'm gonna set my limit order here. I'm gonna measure the bar 6.50, so I want to place something here like this deep, maybe. How much? Like here. That's still quite high. Yeah, like around here is okay, like here, but I don't think it's gonna be able to go down and come back all the way. I'll try it though. The thing is, double bar entry did not trigger. Actually, I just noticed that the double bar entry did not trigger. As you can see, first entry short failure, second entry short triggered here. So we do want this to trigger one tick below this for us to take the double bar entry. Because it didn't trigger, I'm not gonna be able to take it. So yeah, unfortunate, but there was just no entry for us. I'm gonna be watching out for another second entry short maybe, because I still need to test this low, and it looks like we are getting that strong push lower. So I want to see new extreme being tested, and I want to be part of the push to new low. There is a second entry short here. The problem is I feel like we're too low. The problem is I feel like we're too low. We're too close to these lows. I think we're gonna test them in a bit. I don't think there's enough time to scalp for these lows. That's why I'm not entering this trade. Feels like this low is very close, and this low is also quite close. The wider low, the bigger low that we want to test, is also quite close, which isn't a very good sign. So that's why I'm not taking this trade. I skipped it. But yeah, another unfortunate one. It's a good second entry short. There is the key entry point. Signal bar is great. So yeah, everything's good. The only problem is there's not enough time to scalp for these lows, and yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. You cannot chase into a trade. A lot of traders will be tempted to take this trade, especially after a long day, a long brutal day with no trades, a lot of choppiness. A lot of traders that haven't took trades or want to get back, want to recover their losses from yesterday or whatever, are going to chase into this trade. But if you can stay cool and skip trades like this, especially when fatigue starts kicking in, more FOMO and emotions start kicking in, that's when you know you have almost mastered your emotions. We had the volatility spike, very big candles right here, but we already tested new low. We still have this secondary channel that still might need new low too, but I wouldn't take a plain second entry short. As I said earlier in the video, I would need a lower high setup to take it, but now it's getting too late. Market is about to close, so I'm gonna stop for today. And I didn't take any trades today, which on one hand is bad, because of course not finding any trade isn't good, but on the other hand, that means I have discipline and I can skip trades even when I really want to take them. So it's a bit of both, and yeah, see you